I'm ready. Let's do it. Oy vey.
Hi, I'm Todd from ToddsMexico, and we are here in Condesa in Mexico City, and we're gonna try this place called Nosh. My buddy Alan here from New York City, he wanted to come here, so I'll let him explain why we're here at Nosh.
Well, I've always known that there's like a bit of a Jewish flavor to this area, or I should say there used to be a lot of places of kind of, a lot of the community has left here to other parts of Mexico City, but I knew that there was some good Jewish food in this area, and I recently read an article online, you know, mentioning this place, Nosh, which means like, I believe it's in Yiddish, like Nosh on food, to eat food. And you know, I'm excited. I haven't had really Jewish type of food in a while. I'm missing roast beef, pastrami, bagels, you name it. You can get that everywhere in New York. But here we are in Mexico City, so I'm curious to see what they have inside, if there's like a Mexican or Latino kind of flavor or spin to it. You know, I'm expecting them to have inside like pastrami, roast beef, bagels, I don't know, maybe some kind of variation. I'm curious to see how it's going to compare to Katz's and some of these New York delicatessens. It is dinner time though, so I bet you they have their own kind of fusion-y spin on it, but let's see.
All right, let's go eat.
It's a really interesting menu because they have latkes, which is like the Hanukkah food. Then they have some like Russian and Soviet types of food, Vareniki, pelmeni, which is very, you know, big with like the Soviet Jews. And I see gefilte fish, very Jewish. What else? Oh, a lot of stuff with bagels. Reuben sandwich. This is like Katz Deli style food. Double-decker sandwich. So yeah, there's quite a bit of quite a bit of things here. It says, you know, egg salad, schmear, using some good Yiddish words. You can get, I think, a salad with a bagel. So yeah, I am impressed with the choices here.
My go-to sandwich at a Jewish deli is, well, it's usually the corned beef and pastrami on rye, but it looks like they have a Reuben, so corned beef with sauerkraut peppers or pickles, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, so $3.50 for a Reuben, so that's $17.50. That's a little pricey. That's kind of New York prices here. So 350 pesos. That's fine dining prices, so $17.50. So I'm hoping it's good. I've seen pictures online and it is big, like the New York deli sandwiches. So $17.50 for that size sandwich, I'm good with.
Noticing on the menu they also have short rib with borscht, which sounds kind of strange to me. I've never, you know, heard of that combination, but there's a lot of Soviet influence here, so a lot of like the Russian Jewish influence, I think, in this restaurant.
Alright, so this is a free appetizer they gave us. I'm not sure what it is, maybe sauerkraut, Russian dressing, and a pickle. Give it a try.
I'm not detecting, you know, very much spicy flavor in this food so far. It's definitely strong. There's a lot of garlic and salt, but not that typical, you know, very kind of spicy sauce that you would have in, like, I don't know, your typical Mexican food.
I'm gonna try our complimentary hors d'oeuvres. There's a little pickle on top. There's some, what looks like, yeah, some creamy sauce on top, and it looks good. Very nice bread, dough, kind of like coleslaw with a pickle on top. Good.
So I have a Bialys in my hand, which is, you know, it's a smaller version of a bagel. A bit of a different like bread consistency. I'm not exactly sure what is on top of it. It might be Russian dressing and I don't know, is it corned beef? Some kind of topping like that. I'm used to them being more plain. Honestly though, I eat bagels a lot more than Bialys, or I did at least in New York. Poppy seeds on it. Let's see.
garlicky taste to it. It's warm. It's solid. I'm still not exactly sure what they put on top here. I have to confirm. It might be some onions. Well, definitely a different consistency than what I'm used to in New York. But for Mexico, it's not a taco. It's certainly closer to the Jewish type of food that I'm used to. So it's interesting to be holding this in my hand right now. It's not normally something I would have here to be eating in Mexico. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's good.
Here is the Bialys. My first time trying a Bialys. It's alright. It's bread with onions on it. Is that all a Bialys is? The bread's pretty good though. No, not bad. So what do we have here?
Pilmeni looks like Jewish mole. It's basically, like ravioli with cheese inside. I've never seen it with like a dark sauce like this. It almost looks like it's in gravy, which I've never seen. And I think it has like goat cheese in it. I have to relook at the menu, which maybe is more something you see in Mexico. I don't think you would see that in a Russian variety. I think it would be a lot more basic type of cheese. But yeah, I'm curious to try it. Got a lot of the sauce. Solid, crunchy, which I'm not as used to. I'm tasting the cheese and whatever the sauce is. I'm still not quite sure. Honestly, it looks to me more like poutine that you would get in Montreal, looking at it, than what I have been used to eating at different Russian places in Brighton Beach, or even actually here in Mexico City. There's another Russian restaurant which is closer to what I'm used to. I'm just not used to all this sauce. Let's stir it around the Jewish mole poutine here. It's like Jason was saying before when I mentioned it's a good like finger food. I can see this being passed around as a quick little go-to appetizer.
That's gooey. It's like a gooey goulash. Smells like definitely some brown, definitely heavy on the brown gravy. Actually, the cheese is good, and then you got that salty brown sauce, and it's quite good. It's like comfort, feel good food for a New York Jewish boy that misses home. Right, Alan? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I'm used to eating in Mexico. I've been complaining to Todd. I'm like, I miss my pizza, I miss my bagels from New York. So coming here, I'm trying things I'm not used to. Yes, they have their own variation on it, but it's still tasty, and it's a good snack.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it is almost like poutine with the cheese curd and the sauce, and the caramelized onions were good. And didn't really taste much of the actual dumpling thing. What was in the dumpling?
I think it was goat cheese. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, it felt like something to me that you would just kind of eat from the microwave that you put in for like 45 seconds.
Like a Salisbury steak?
Well, no, like more like a Hot Pocket type of thing. Like as soon as you bit down into the dough, it just kind of evaporated in your mouth. Thinking about it, Montreal actually has like a Jewish community, so I wonder if there was some kind of influence with like the French Canadian Jews, the Russian Jews, the Mexican Jews, all mixed into this one plate here. While we're waiting for the food, I think it's interesting to note how this area here in Condesa used to be one of the big Jewish hubs for Mexico City in the 60s and 70s. But then little by little, this area got very gentrified, and a lot of the Jewish population, I think, really moved out more into like the western suburbs here, like Polanco, but even farther away, like in the Lomas area. but and I still think that there's an influence here of Jewish food and some Israeli food. I believe there's more Sephardic Jews than Ashkenazi Jews, which is more common in New York. It's the European variety, and the Sephardic Jews are, from the Middle East. So there's a bit of a different, flavor to the food and things.
Very good. Sandwich. Mustard. This thing is big.
There's a mango sauce here that I'm not sure if it's to dip the chips or to dip the sandwich in. Maybe I'll try both later. Never seen that with a double-decker sandwich. But yeah, I mean, this looks big, and I'm going to hold it in my hand. Now it's time to try. The meat is good. I think I'm used to a little bit more dressing on the inside. It was a little drier than I'm used to, but it's a nice flavor with the cured turkey and the cheese under it. I think I see more sauce on the bottom, but yeah, first bite I've enjoyed. Let's dip it in. Let's see. It's an interesting taste. Now this does have a little bit of a kick to it. So here's where the Mexican part, I suppose, comes in. We have the spicy mango sauce on the double-decker. And I actually think dipping it in is making the flavor overall better. So you won't film me for too long, but I'm probably going to make quite a mess. Let's remove the little flag. One more dip for the camera. See the sauce?
I don't know how to eat this. I think this is half. I don't know. This thing is big though. Well, it's already falling apart from the sauerkraut. Alright, so initially looking at the corned beef here, it's not thick like I'm used to in New York. Thinner sliced. Good smoky flavor. Alright, let's take a bite. Take a small bite at first. Not bad. It's a lot of meat. Very heavy sandwich. Not quite New York. Not quite New York corned beef though. It's almost more like roast beef. Not as cured. I think his turkey is cured more than the roast beef here. So, but it is good meat. And I think he said the mango dip was for the chips. In my limited Spanish, that's what I got from what he said.
I actually think, though, even if I did it incorrectly, it's a pleasant surprise, and it adds some much-needed flavor to this. Because all I see in here, I think there's a little bit of mayo and some avocado, but this mango sauce gives it a little kick. Maybe that little extra Mexican flavor to it I'm liking. It's making it a very nice little fusion.
And the sandwich is so big. I get a little... Did I even get any in there? All right. Not bad. I don't think it really goes with the roast beef. But overall, I mean, the best deli sandwich I've had in Mexico City so far. I think it's the only one, but it's good. Expensive. Yeah, and the most expensive too. So I'm gonna enjoy this beef here.
This is my Vareniki plate, and it's hard for me to introduce it as Vareniki because I've never seen a Vareniki like this. The shape right here is not what I'm used to. Look at the shape. It looks like more like a tortellini, and the sauce, I've never imagined that there would ever be tomato sauce amongst the Vareniki. Other than that, I don't know what else to say about it, except I'm just going to try it. But first, let's try the sauce. Is it tomato sauce or not? I don't know. Whoa. It's kind of like yes, it's like a tomato soup, but with a kick. A la Mexicana. Alright, let's try this one. Alright, I think I'm gonna break it in half so you guys can see what's inside. Because I honestly don't even know. Okay. There's meat of, I think it's beef inside. Let's just take a bite then. Check it out. I guess that's lamb. You can definitely taste it's a distinct difference. You know, because I'm used to eating shawarmas over in New York and stuff. I taste it right away, and the creamy tomato sauce is nice. This is not a Vareniki, but fine. This is the Mexican version. I accept that. It's actually delicious, but I was totally expecting a Vareniki.
We finished here at Nosh, and we had a lot of food. It was pretty pricey, but it was pretty good. It was something different, not our usual Mexican or been eating a lot of Asian food. So it was nice to kind of have a little bit of a New York type Jewish meal, but it did come out to, what was it, like $80 with tip?
Tip, yeah.
About $80 with tip for 3 of us.
Yeah, I mean, being from New York, and I haven't actually been back for like 2.5 months. So while it was, fairly expensive and, pretty close to New York prices, I think for me it was a nice change of pace to, have some deli-style food. I haven't had a Bialys in God knows how long, and really tried the pelmeni, the vareniki, all these kind of Russian Jewish food items. They threw their own original spin on it. They made the pelmeni almost more like poutine from Montreal. So it was interesting to see how they had their own kind of slant on things. Would I come here every week? I don't think so. But you know what? I miss this kind of food, so I think I could see myself coming here, I don't know, maybe once a month, and it'll make me think of my days wandering the Lower East Side, eating at Katz's or other, cool Jewish food places like that.
That's it from Nosh here in Condesa, and watch all of my other Mexico videos. I'm making videos every couple days here, so check them out, like and subscribe, and follow Jason Rupp too, his link's below. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye, good night.